Yeah, yeah. Right. It's a useful framework, though. For a lot
But
of,
if
yeah.
it's a useful framework,
Right.
so like Christianity. No, it's good.
Well, couldn't you say the same thing about Judaism? I mean, couldn't you say it's
Sure. Except for I actually believe that
but
one.
you believe that one, right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Fair enough. But yes, but the drinking thing. Yeah, I agree with you. No, I've never. I drink by choice when I do, and I don't drink that much.
I grew up in a teetotaling home, so I didn't have much experience with alcohol. And then when I was age 20, I came to work at 5 a.m. at the radio station, and my co-worker, the guy who anchored the news in the morning, he was looking kind of distressed, and he looked up at me and said, "Luke, do you know what alcoholism is?" And so I subbed for him that morning. I did the news.
Right.
And he lost his job, but it was done in a way so that he could go get treatment for 2 weeks.
Right.
Paid by his employer's health insurance. But yeah, that was kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
I came into work at 5 a.m. and my friend and co-worker looks up at me and says,
Luke, do
you know what alcoholism is?
Huh. That's very interesting. That's kind of a disciplined way of him handling what his situation was. I've had coworkers who've been fired for alcoholism, and generally I've been amazed at how good they've been at handling it. But Noah, this is one of Noah's vices, clearly.
And the other thing, he uncovered himself within his tent. Like, nudity, public nudity, is like the antithesis of Judaism.
Yeah.
Like, I had a friend
who
was an Orthodox Jew who was into nudism, and he would go out in the fields and be naked and
by himself.
Yeah, but sometimes people would see it and complain to the rabbi, and it's like, it is so.
Why didn't he go to like I had my uncle? One of my uncles was very into nudist colonies and so forth. Why didn't your friend go? Are there Orthodox Jewish nudist colonies?
No, it's like it's the antithesis. So this is the only Orthodox Jew I've ever met who was into public nudity. But I thought it was really weird. And it was like a single guy, of course. So, like someone who was married with kids would probably be more responsible.
Right. Look, I used to say to Craig Leinoff, who's Juicy's IT guy, he had said he had wanted to make a video game around me. And I said any video game of which I'm the protagonist has to involve the challenges trying to take off all your clothes publicly without getting arrested. That's what I said. So I was a joke. I'm not that kind of exhibitionist, but people.
Have you spent time in a nudist colony?
No, I never have. I don't object to it on philosophical grounds. I'd be interested in seeing
it. Seems really anti-erotic to me.
Yes, profoundly.
Because I really think you need like fishnet stockings and lingerie to really set the female form off to its best effect. And usually you need the lights out.
Right, you need the lights on or off?
Off.
Oh, no.
Unless she's like 21. But like...
No, well, I agree with you that it seems profoundly anti-erotic. I mean, I can't even imagine how you just walk into a scene with lots and lots of average Joes and Joettes butt naked.
Right.
I can't imagine how anyone finds that erotic. Really, I mean, not that those individuals aren't capable of being
being erotic, with the right fishnet stockings,
or at least candles and nice lighting. But but that's just.
Oh, did you see the movie Elegy? It was based on the Philip Roth novel The Dying Animal. So I was watching this movie, and Penelope Cruz plays the female protagonist. I think Penelope Cruz is pretty hot, and everyone, it's no sacrifice to watch her naked.
Right.
But it is a sacrifice to have to watch Patricia Clarkson strip. So the protagonist is a professor, and he has this once a month thing with Patricia Clarkson character. And then he gets an opportunity to tap Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
So you get to feast your eyes on Penelope Cruz, and then Patricia Clarkson comes along for a monthly, and she starts trying to be erotic and to do a strip. She's this 50-year-old woman. I don't want to see women over 35 generally stripping on my camera, in my movie. It's like, it was pathetic, like the bulging, aging flesh. It was like, oh.
Well, first of all, I will say that.
Would you like to see Patricia Clarkson strip?
I actually don't know exactly what she looks like, but I'm imagining
she's 50 years old.
Well, there's some very attractive older women. I will say, women who are.
I know, with the lights out, and you can like kind of imagine them when they're 18.
No, I don't think so. I think that I think there are some women who are older who are very attractive. And actually, one of the gentlemen with whom I spent time this week had said, and he is a man who sleeps with almost an unfathomable number of women.
Mm-hmm.
He has said that he sometimes prefers older women.
Because they're more experienced and they don't complain as much.
Well, he was actually
and they're not as needy.
But yes, that too. But
they're more grateful.
They're more grateful. No, but he actually was talking about their bodies, and I don't want to say it because it's very vulgar. Can I say it? I mean, should I?
Can you say it decorously?
It's hard to say this one decorously. He finds them softer in certain.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm just I don't know. I guess I'm just saying that
you're a MILF hunter.
not. Well, I guess I'm saying that older women and their bodies can be found erotic.
So I started burst out laughing in this movie theater when Patricia Clarkson started stripping, and the whole place was silent. Everyone was like turning and looking at me, and who is this ogre who is laughing at this woman taking off her clothes? Everyone thought I was the most evil man.
Right.
Like my date was trying to shut me up.
Oh.
But it was like,
well, no, but
be real. It was pathetic.
What you've painted for me does sound kind of pathetic. I mean, her like over the top attempts to like.
Don't you hate it like when women who don't have good legs wear short skirts? It's like it's such a shanda. If you can't pull it off, don't do it. Particularly not to shul. Like I've been to shul, an Orthodox shul. There are women there in short skirts, and they got chubby, unattractive legs. It's really pathetic. If you got chubby, unattractive legs, cover them up. Don't publicly display them.
Well, no. Sometimes I mean, it's nice to see skin. I don't know what the balance is because the nudist colony I imagine would be too much, but I think it's women's skin is lovely
if they're attractive. But what if they're hideous and they're showing? Like women who are like they're 40 but they're still trying to show and they can't pull it off.
I don't know.
If you can't pull it off, don't show it. It's pathetic. Like I remember this woman, she'd wear short skirts and then she'd be always trying to pull them down. Like we were sitting across from each other. Right. The whole time she was like, pull them down.
Right.
Like if your short skirt bothers you, so you have to pull it down. Don't wear that short skirt in public.
Well, she's conflicted. She wants to flaunt her sexuality, but she's afraid to, or something like that, right?
If you can't pull it off, women, take it from me. Don't like Joey's too nice to tell you this. Don't reveal it. It's like only dress in a revealing way if you've got the goods. Well, and you got to know your limitations. And if you got any questions, like feel free to just email me a picture, and I'll tell you if you can pull it off or not.
Yeah, look, I'm. Luke and I are not complete. I mean, there's truth to some of the things that Luke says. You can do it wrong. I tend to. I don't know. I'm maybe more charitable.
What do you think when you see someone who can't pull it off, dressing like a harlot?
It depends. I mean, if they're dressing like a harlot, that's one thing. But a woman who's showing her body, like if it's just like. I don't know. A part of me responds to it, even if it's
repulsive, like it's flabby. It's like flabby, like just like the skin is just like falling off.
No, well, not when you put it like that. I don't know. I'm more Luke is clear on what he likes and what he doesn't. I'm still working some of it out. I don't know. Part of me admires the like show it but it depends. But not if I don't know. It depends. It depends. Luke is clear on his own feelings.
Like they wear like a short skirt and then they got a tummy. They got a tummy, and their tummy is flowing out underneath their shirt, and molds of fat are flopping over the top of their jeans or skirt.
That I don't like. No, that I did know someone. Yeah.
Why do you think there's so many hot Latino like teenage women, but then they overwhelmingly become fat by 30? What's going on there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is there any like group that is so dramatic, like hot when they're teens and then totally go to seed in their 30s? I mean, come on, what is it with you Mexicans? You've got to like.
I think they must desexualize themselves so once they have a family, then the sexual phase of their life is gone. Whereas we at least aspire to sexualized elderly.